Look up at the Milky Way on a clear, dark night. A glowing, powdery band stretching across the black canvas of the sky. For centuries, we looked at that band and saw a river, a path, a bridge of light. We are a species defined by our boundaries. A mountain range, an impenetrable ocean, a continent. And every time we found a boundary, we built a machine to cross it. It is woven deep into our psychology, the absolute refusal to be contained. We believe, with arrogant certainty, that enough time, enough fuel, and enough engineering will eventually unlock the entire universe. But the universe does not care about human ambition. The universe operates on a scale so incomprehensibly massive that it shatters the human mind. We dream of escaping the Milky Way. We dream of looking back and seeing our galaxy from the outside, a glorious, glowing spiral hanging in the eternal dark. But we will not. This is not a challenge waiting to be solved. It is a prison, a beautiful, inescapable prison. To understand the depth of our confinement, you must first understand the dimensions of the cage. The Milky Way is not just a neighborhood. It is a leviathan. It stretches approximately 100,000 light-years from edge to edge. Think about that term, a light-year. Light, the fastest thing in the known universe, travels at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second. At that speed, you could circle the Earth 7.5 times in a single heartbeat. But to cross the Milky Way, that same light must travel for 100,000 years. Uninterrupted, unyielding. And we are not located at the edge, where escape might seem like a fleeting possibility. We are buried deep inside. Earth sits in the Orion Arm, a quiet, dusty suburb of the galaxy, roughly 26,000 light-years from the supermassive black hole at the center. If we wanted to take the shortest route out, we wouldn't fly toward the edge of the disk. We would fly straight up, out of the galactic plane. But even the thin disk of the Milky Way is 1,000 light-years thick. To break through the ceiling of our galaxy, we must travel at least 500 light-years straight into the vertical dark. 500 light-years. It sounds like a number, a mathematical abstraction. But let us translate that into human terms. Right now, the fastest, farthest object ever built by human hands is Voyager 1. Launched in the late summer of 1977, it has been flying away from the sun for decades. It is moving at a terrifying speed, over 38,000 miles per hour. It is a mechanical ghost, piercing the interstellar medium, carrying a golden record of our existence. We celebrate it as our greatest triumph. But against the scale of the Milky Way, Voyager 1 is practically frozen. If we pointed Voyager 1 straight up, directly out of the galactic plane, and asked it to escape the Milky Way, how long would it take? It would not take centuries. It would not take millennia. To travel just one single light-year at Voyager's maximum speed takes roughly 18,000 Earth years. To travel the 500 light-years required simply to poke its mechanical head out of the galactic disk. It would take 9 million years. 9 million years of absolute darkness. 9 million years of silence, drifting through the frozen abyss, long after the hands that built it have turned to dust. Long after the oceans of Earth have boiled away. Long after our sun has expanded into a red giant and swallowed the very memory of our civilization. And that is just to escape the thin disk. To truly leave the Milky Way, to break free of its massive, invisible gravitational halo of dark matter, you must travel hundreds of thousands of light-years further into the intergalactic void. At our current maximum speed, escaping the Milky Way is not a journey of millions of years. It is a journey of billions. A timeline so vast that it rivals the current age of the universe itself. This is the crushing reality that scientists do not talk about in the bright, optimistic space documentaries. The physics of our reality dictate an isolation so profound that it induces a unique kind of existential dread. We are stranded, We are castaways on an island of 100 billion stars. But the psychology of the human explorer cannot accept this. When faced with the impossible, the mind invents loopholes. We talk about wormholes. We dream of warp drives. We conceptualize bending the fabric of space-time to cheat the cosmic speed limit. We desperately tell ourselves that physics is incomplete, that one day we will fold the universe like a piece of paper and simply step through to the other side. But what if we can't? What if there is no cheat code? What if the speed of light is not a suggestion, but the absolute, unbending law of reality, the speed limit of causality itself? If that is true, then our island is our entire universe. We will never see the Andromeda Galaxy up close. We will never touch the Triangulum Galaxy. We will never witness the majestic, violent collision of galactic superclusters from the outside. If we somehow achieved the impossible, if a human crew survived the millions of years required to breach the outer halo of the Milky Way, leaving behind the warmth of our 100 billion stars, they would not find freedom. They would find the true abyss, the intergalactic medium. This is the space between galaxies. It is an emptiness so profound, so devastatingly absolute, that if you were dropped into the middle of it, you would not even know the universe existed. Inside the Milky Way, the night sky is crowded. It is loud with the light of neighboring suns. But if you looked out the window of a ship halfway between our galaxy and Andromeda, the human eye would see nothing. No stars, no constellations, no familiar glowing dust. Just an oppressive, crushing black. The nearest galaxies would be millions of light years away, their light stretched so incredibly thin that they would look like faint, imperceptible smudges of gray dust against a pitch-black canvas. You would be surrounded by a silence so heavy it would shatter the mind. You would not just be alone, you would be completely untethered from the very fabric of light and matter. And the horror of our isolation deepens when we look at the physics of cosmic expansion. The universe is not just vast, it is tearing itself apart. A mysterious, unseen force we call dark energy is stretching the fabric of space-time. The galaxies outside our local group are moving away from us, and they are accelerating. In fact, the furthest galaxies are receding faster than the speed of light. This means the universe is actively building an impenetrable, invisible wall around us, the cosmic event horizon. Every single second, distant galaxies cross this horizon. Their light will never, ever reach us again. They disappear from our sky forever, slipping over the edge of eternity. The universe is slowly, methodically erasing itself from our view. One day, trillions of years from now, the Milky Way will have collided and merged with Andromeda. And by that time, cosmic expansion will have pushed every other galaxy so far away that they will vanish completely. If a new civilization is born on a distant rock in that era, they will look up into the dark and they will see only their own galaxy. They will have no evidence that the rest of the universe ever existed. They will think their island is the entirety of creation. We are the lucky ones. We are alive when the sky is still crowded. We can still use our telescopes to look through the keyhole of our cage and see the other castles glowing in the distance. We can watch them spin, merge, and die. The psychology of realizing we are landlocked in space is deeply humbling. For our entire history, the horizon was something to be conquered. The next valley, the next continent, the next ocean, the moon. But the edge of the galaxy is a horizon we cannot cross. It forces a fundamental shift in the human ego. We are not the masters of the universe. We are simply passengers on a single, massive ship spinning in the dark. And perhaps, that is exactly as it should be. If we cannot leave, if we are forever bound to the gravitational anchor of the Milky Way, it means our destiny is not out there in the infinite void. It is here. Our cage is unimaginably vast. 100 billion to 400 billion stars. Worlds of molten glass. Moons hiding oceans of warm black water under miles of cracked ice. towering pillars of star-forming gas that glow with the violent, beautiful ferocity of creation. Even if humanity survived for 1 billion years, we could not explore every grain of sand on our own island. We do not need to leave the Milky Way to find the infinite. The infinite is already locked inside here with us. But there is a tragic beauty to this confinement. We are like children born in a sprawling, endless labyrinth, wandering its magnificent halls, knowing we can never unlock the heavy front doors. We will live our entire existence on this island. Humanity will rise, expand, build its grand monuments across the stars of the Orion Arm, and eventually, one day, we will fade away. And when the last human breathes their last breath, the Milky Way will not notice. It will continue its slow, majestic rotation, a glowing, powdery band stretching across the black canvas. We will be forever trapped. But for a brief, glorious moment, we were a part of the light.